And then there's this, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, he's going on offense against critical race theory, going on offense big time. He signed bills requiring schools to teach students about the evils of communism and socialism. Roll tape.
This will show the effect that these bad policies had on people's freedoms and livelihoods and their families. Many of them in South Florida, for example, lost family members to communism. I think it's important that that we get this in the classroom and provide an honest assessment of what this totalitarian ideology has done for the last 100+ years.
Joining me now, Congressman Greg Steube, old friend of the show, back with us this morning, Republican, of course, from the state of Florida. And this gentleman has children. So my question is, do you think that this move by Governor DeSantis is really very popular in Florida?
Oh, it's absolutely popular in Florida, and it's sad that we've gotten to a place in our nation where we actually have to pass laws to ensure that our children are being taught the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and American history and evils like totalitarianism and communism. So I'm very happy that we have leaders in the state of Florida that are willing to take this on and ensure that our children are being taught what it's like to be American, what it's like, the foundations of our government, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. So I'm very happy that we have a great state like Florida that's taking this on.
Congressman, it seems to me it's the exact opposite of what Democrats want to teach in the schools, critical race theory and all the rest of it. It seems like Florida is going the exact opposite way.
As they should. I mean, nobody wants our children. I mean, you saw what happened in Virginia just yesterday. It's been all over the news. So we shouldn't be teaching our children things that invokes and creates racism in our schools and critical race theory. So I'm happy that they also did away with, Governor DeSantis also did away with teaching of critical race theory in Florida. You know, a lot of students in Florida have the opportunity to go to choice schools. They also passed bills this past legislative session to encourage the money to follow the child out of the public school system into private and charter schools, because a lot of families and a lot of parents want their children to be learning these type of things that now are mandated in these bills.
I believe you were on the House Judiciary Committee, so I want to talk about the border because migrants are still streaming across. You're on the Judiciary Committee. Is there anything that Republicans can do legally to put some controls on the border?
Well, I'm very happy that we have AGs, attorney generals in conservative states like Florida and Texas and others that have filed lawsuits on Biden's immigration executive orders. Biden's immigration executive orders are completely unconstitutional. Unfortunately, it's going to take time for these processes to go through the process to get to the U.S. Supreme Court. I do think they're going to be successful, but how many people are going to come across the border illegally during that time? Just last month, it was over 180,000 people. The month before that, it was 170,000 people. We've almost seen the entire population of a congressional district in the time that Biden's been in office come over the border. So there are things legally that we can do through the court system, but unfortunately it takes time. But thankfully we have AGs and leaders in our states that are willing to take on these unconstitutional executive orders from Biden.
Greg Steube, Republican from Florida. Thanks for joining us, Congressman. We do appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.